correct answer. What is the length of the longest chord of a circle having a radius of 11?
22.
Correct answer. Although she knew his name was Ulysses, Mrs. Grant called her husband Victor after his Civil War victory at what strategic V-initialed spot on the Mississippi River?
Vicksburg.
Correct answer. Choice. The speed of a monochromatic light wave in a vacuum is equal to the frequency times the wavelength, amplitude, or phase.
Wavelength.
Correct answer, Mitchell. In December of 1936, the abdication of Britain's King Edward VIII completely overshadowed the Nobel Prize, presented to what U.S. dramatist who wrote The Emperor Jones?
No answer.
No answer. Pass or no? Pass or?
No, down.
Pass. Fine. The youngest man ever to be a United States Senator was Henry Clay, but in the 1830s, the youngest senator was what New Hampshire man who later became the 14th president?
Webb.
I have to accept. What did you say? You said Webb. Okay, that was incorrect. Franklin Pierce was the correct answer, so same as an incorrect answer. You did have time to answer pass. One pass question, Granby. I'm sorry. He gave me an answer. Oh, you didn't pass the question, so you wanted an incorrect. I will take an incorrect. Fine, that's down 20, so that it is not passed to Granby. Sorry, the correct answer, Eugene O'Neill. All right, fine. Granby, your turn. Mitchell, pick a packet of questions, 1 or 3, please.
Packet number 3, please.
All right, packet 3 for John, Gordon, Posoilo, and Suzanne. If you're ready, team, let's begin. St. Patrick has his own day on March 17, but what is the date of All Saints' Day, which follows Halloween?
November 1st.
That is the correct answer. During the California Gold Rush, miners paid up to $5 each for what common fruit associated with the eccentric John Chapman?
Apples.
Apple, Johnny Appleseed, the clue there. In the early 1970s, a Supreme Court ruling allowed the New York Times to publish what government papers named for the Defense Department
Pentagon
headquarters?
Papers. Pentagon Papers.
Yes, correct. A tree casts a shadow 10 feet long. At the same time, a 6-foot person casts a 4-foot shadow. How high is the tree?
One.
15 feet. It was more than a case of puppy love when the old dog Argus, recognized as his master what Greek hero, came back to Ithaca after 20 years of war and wandering?
Ulysses.
The correct answer. The protoplasm found in human body cells is composed mostly of carbohydrates, minerals, or water.
Water.
Water, correct answer. If a bird watcher describes a bird as prosolalarid, he means it resembles what large seabird that was killed by the ancient mariner in the poem by Coleridge?
Albatross.
Albatross, correct. Although it lasted only 5 years, what utopian communal farm in Massachusetts was run by such transcendentalists as Ralph Waldo Emerson in the 1840s? Answer or pass? Pass. Down 10. Collegiate, do you wish to give it a try?
Newbrook.
Close. Brook Farm. Brook Farm, not Newbrook. Incorrect. Down 20 on Collegiate side. Good match. A lot of pressure. 8 questions, 1 minute 30 seconds. Barely time to get them in. Let's check the scores. Granby 540, Collegiate 300. 25 questions to go, team, at 20 points apiece the value, if we have time. If we don't, you'll hear this sound. Signifies the end of the game. As in the time round, if you've blocked any light, you have to answer the question. Direct competition, wait to be recognized by school and by name. Let's go. In the 1920s, John Philip Sousa composed a march named for...
Norfolk Collegiate, Ben.
Stars and Stripes.
For what carnivorous mammal that is the mascot of the University of Michigan? Wolverine. Next, when a U.S. senator dies or resigns, the responsibility for choosing his replacement falls to what official outside the federal system, as specified in the 17th Amendment of the Constitution?
Granby, Gordon.
State Governor.
The governor is the correct answer. Columbus's ship, the Santa Maria, sank, and the Nina was retired, but treasure hunters are searching for what third?
Norfolk Collegiate, Mitchell.
The Pinta.
For the Pinta, the correct answer, Mitchell. Cass Canfield was a book publisher, but the game called Canfield is a version of what card game that requires only one player?
Norfolk Collegiate, Mitchell.
Solitaire.
Solitaire, Mitchell, correct answer. What word describes the relationship of 2 circles that have the same center?
Norfolk Collegiate, Mitchell.
Concentric.
The correct answer, Mitchell, concentric. The equator isn't the only imaginary line around the Earth. There is also what line at 66 degrees, 33 minutes north latitude?
Granby, Pasoilo.
Prime meridian.
Is incorrect. Arctic Circle, the correct answer. The back cover of a book, which protects the bound edge of the book's pages, is described with what word that suggests the human backbone?
Granby, John.
Spine.
Spine, correct answer. Careful, audience. Little John was a lieutenant of Robin Hood, but Little Phil was what Union general?
Granby, Pasoilo.
Sheridan.
Philip Sheridan, correct answer. If two equal resistors are connected in series, will the total resistance be halved, doubled, or increased by 4 times?
Norfolk Collegiate, Mitchell.
Double.
Doubled, the correct answer, Mitchell. According to the title of a poem by James Russell Lowell, Sir Lanfel was a character who had what dreamlike spiritual experience? Time. He had a vision. That's the correct answer. The most popular orchestral work by the Italian composer Ottorino Respighi is a tribute to Rome's varieties of what evergreen trees that also nickname our state of Maine?
Norfolk Collegiate, Tony.
Pine.
Pine trees, the pines of Rome, the correct answer. During the 1850s, William Kelly developed the air boiling process for converting iron into steel, a converter later given the name of what English inventor?
Norfolk Collegiate, Mitchell.
Bessemer.
Bessemer, the correct answer, Mitchell. What 19th century New York governor is best remembered for his promotion of the Erie Canal?
Granby, Gordon.
Clinton.
The correct answer, DeWitt Clinton. A recent book by writer Ning Cheng is entitled Life and Death in what port that is the largest city of China?
Granby, Pasoilo.
Shanghai.
Shanghai. Life and Death in Shanghai, correct. How many deciliters are there in 10 liters?
Norfolk Collegiate, Mitchell.
100.
100, correct answer. Charybdis was a mythical whirlpool located opposite what 6?
Norfolk Collegiate, Curtis.
Scylla.
Opposite Scylla, the correct answer, Curtis. The Force was with George Lucas when he produced Return of the Jedi, but what English novelist proved himself a force in 1878 with his novel, The Return of the Native?
Norfolk Collegiate, Mitchell.
Hardy.
The correct answer, Mitchell Hardy. Choice question. Equal division of the chromosomes in a muscle cell occurs during the process of?
Norfolk Collegiate, Tony.
Mitosis.
The correct answer, Tony, mitosis. Using the rhythms of the Kalevala, Finland's national epic, Longfellow wrote what epic poem about a legendary Indian?
Granby, Pasoilo.
Hiawatha.
Hiawatha, the correct answer. Counting its U.S. senators and representatives, what is the smallest number of persons that any state can have in?
Norfolk Collegiate, Mitchell.
3.
3 in its delegation to Congress, correct. To avoid foiling up the show, actors portraying the Three Musketeers might need coaching in what combat that requires parries?
Granby, Pasoilo.
Fencing.
Fencing, the correct answer, and thrusts. Although the U.S. is no longer on a gold standard, there are still billions of dollars worth of gold
Norfolk Collegiate, Bend.
Fort Knox.
stored at Fort Knox, correct. St. Croix in the Virgin Islands is served by an airport named for what West Indies native who was the first U.S. Secretary of the Treasury?
Granby, Gordon.
Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton, the correct answer. A triangle has an area of 35 and a base of 10. What is its altitude?
Norfolk Collegiate, Bend.
3.
7 was the correct answer. 7. That's time. That concludes the game. While we're confirming the final score, making sure that all is correct, we'd like to remind you that Tidewater Challenge competition for 1988-89 continues next week with the teams from Bruton High School squaring off against Tab. And are all the scores figured out correctly, Don?
They are, Ed. It is correct.
And Granby High School and Norfolk Collegiate, 490 points. Granby, 660. A good match. Curtis, Ben, Mitchell, Tony. Even to get on the televised portion of Tidewater Challenge was extra difficult this year because we only have 16 teams on air instead of 32, so you had to do quite well on the written portion of the test, which you did. Congratulations to you. And we'll see a team back from Norfolk Collegiate next year. Good luck with your future plans, gentlemen. Granby High School, John, Gordon, Pasoilo, Suzanne, see you back for second round competition soon. Congratulations on your victory. We'll see you back shortly. Thanks for watching. See you again next week. Good night. Come on down.